So next up would be the Calgary Flames. A little bit of a different story here for them. 36, 27, and 7. Good enough for third in the Pacific Division. Return to play. They beat out the Winnipeg Jets in the qualifying round, if I'm not mistaken.
No, the Flames beat.
No, they went.
Jets qualifying round beat.
And then they beat Dallas. Or no,
Dallas
they got knocked
beat
out
them.
by Dallas in 6.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sorry. Return to play, they beat the Jets, and then they were knocked out by Dallas in 6 games. Dallas, who eventually went on to go to the Cup final. That was a really hard matchup for them. Dallas had a very strong team.
Looked like a team
this
of destiny.
Season. Oh, 100%.
Khudobin,
It's a real shame they weren't able to get it done.
Rick Bowness.
Yeah, Rick Bowness, Nova Scotian. Great playoff for him, and love to see him get that full-time position in Dallas as well.
Awesome.
So,
love it for him.
It's great. So, Calgary, they've made some pretty big moves. However, for the most part, out of the 2 moves they made, the rest of the roster is almost the exact same, and they are a very successful team. The year prior had a good return to play.
I'm high on this team.
Yeah,
I'm high
like
on this
them
team big time.
Yeah, I like them a lot.
Markstrom, that's humongous, like absolutely humongous. You lose Brody, which is sucks. You may not get a player at Brody's level, but Chris Tanev
is a very
loves Tanev, man.
respectable
Shuts it
defenseman.
down.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, block
easily
shots.
top 4, great
Awesome.
leader, and he'll get on the board too.
Valimaki, I'm super excited to see him now in a full season. Love Anderson. Love Rasmus Anderson. I love how the edge he plays
He's coming
with.
along well. Yeah, 22 points last season.
I love their decor. Maybe they could use a 6th defenseman, maybe a 5th. Help Valimaki out.
Yeah, definitely.
Love their defense core. Love the goaltend now. Riddick, he's actually not a bad goaltender. And now as a backup, I think he's going to be a very good backup goaltender.
Yeah,
very good backup goaltender. Love the thing with the Flames. Obviously, we all heard about Johnny Gaudreau's woes in the playoffs and Sean Monahan and all that stuff. You can't really address that right now, trading superstars right now.
Yeah.
I would love at some point to see Calgary get a second line center, slot Backlund down to the third line.
Yeah.
Because I think Backlund's a third line center. He legitimately might be the best third line center in hockey. And I think a left winger. I think Calgary is an off season away from legitimately
being a cup contender.
Yes. Yeah. I really like what Calgary's doing.
Definitely a big reason for that is absolutely stealing
Vancouver's players.
Markstrom. Yeah. Markstrom from Vancouver.
That's
I
so
cannot
big,
believe they were able to do that. You know, this is one of the biggest rivalries, you know, in the Canadian division in the West, right? I know you have the Battle of Alberta, but Vancouver, Calgary has always been
Edmonton was bad
tight
for so long.
Yeah, so to take their starting goaltender and, you know, really the key to Vancouver's success the last couple years. Unbelievable. Great move for Calgary there. I love that. And then Tanev, you know, you lose Brody and then you get Tanev. So maybe you lose a little bit of defensive ability
maybe
there,
a little skating.
And then you gain a little bit of offense because Brody's offensive game last season wasn't.
No, Brody. I think Brody's a better skater and all that, but Tanev is a legitimate. Like he just seems like he's always positionally sound.
Yeah,
I think he's perfect for Giordano.
Yeah, definitely. And yes, their forward, their top 6 is fantastic. I love Elias Lindholm.
He actually plays some center too for them. He was actually
right wing,
a very good trade. Him and Hanifin for Dougie Hamilton.
Yeah,
that worked out for both teams. That was a nice trade.
Yeah, it really did. So, and then so again, another Canadian team with strong centers down the middle. Sean Monahan,
Sam Bennett took
the ability to have Lindholm there.
Took a good step forward last year.
Yep.
Dylan Dubé looked awesome in the playoffs, and that was huge for them because I mean, I don't know if he was a first round pick or not, but Captain Canada World Juniors when they won it in Buffalo.
Yep.
But I love Dylan Dubé, so if he can slot up and be maybe a top 6 and be able to move to the left wing, even third line, you need third line players.
Yeah, and Mangiapane, very respectable season.
Very fast
32
player.
points, 68 games, looking real good.
He's a legit good bottom 6 player, so that's what I mean. If you can get a left winger, maybe slot him down, maybe you move Luch, get Nordstrom from Boston. He's a good player. He knows his role. Very good from Boston, all Boston players.
Derek Ryan as well, a very strong center.
Thought he was,
down to play in your bottom 6 or on the 4th line, right?
Josh Levo, not a bad pickup. The guy can score. I don't know how consistent he's going to be, but the guy can score, can chip in, play second power play unit.
And then you get the Matthew Tkachuk factor.
Well, that's the thing. They didn't have him in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, that's
so now you add him to the mix.
I know, and what a fantastic player that is. I love that we're seeing this type of style come back into the NHL, especially in Canada. These matchups are going to be incredible. It's going to be rough and tough hockey with a ton of skill added onto it as well. Every team
he lit the match
has skill.
For the Battle of Alberta. He single-handedly got that thing going again.
Yeah.
I mean, what he's done to Drew Doughty is hilarious.
I mean, I'm saying this now, and you're saying this now, but imagine Habs, we're going to hate this guy. We've
For
only
one
had
year, if we
for
meet
one
them.
year.
But when we go back to the old
yeah.
alignment, it's
only
like Brady Kachuk.
only have to deal with one brother.
Yes.
Oh my
You know
god.
what though? I don't.
And think of that too. The brothers facing off against each other in the
They
same
got to
division.
fight. Why
That'll
wouldn't
be
you?
amazing.
The Primo
Yeah.
brothers fought.
Instead
You guys
of
should just fight.
Yeah, instead of just once or twice a year, you got the Kachuk brothers going at it. That's really exciting.
Yeah, that's and awesome for the parents if they can cross the board and get up here to.
Yeah.
Because you see them play a lot against each other.
Yeah.
I love Calgary a lot. I mean, like I said, left winger, maybe a depth defenseman away. Markstrom, I'm telling you, that was such a huge pickup for them.
Yeah.
So I actually have them finishing second.
Yeah, I got them at third.
Yeah, because you have Habs second, right?
Habs second,
Yeah.
so I got Leafs, Habs, Flames. But honestly, that top three can interchange depending on how the season goes, depending on injuries and whatnot. But yeah, very strong team.
And I
Calgary.
look for Goudreau and Sean Monahan to come out next year just
flying
like on piss and vinegar because I mean, it's not, Johnny was not good in the playoffs last year.
No.
So I mean, look for those guys to really come with determination.
Yeah. Interesting that they still are rolling with Jeff Ward as a coach, though, eh? And
he got the full-time gig.
He's going to stay. Yeah, he is.
I really, really, really like Calgary. And I mean, I think the left winger and the depth center, that's something you can actually address in mid-season.
Yeah.
So, I mean, unlike other teams that their needs are tougher to address, like Winnipeg and getting top four defensemen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Edmonton's not addressing all their stuff. So Calgary, they're what they need. They can address.
Yeah. Limited to no weaknesses in Calgary. It's going to be...
yes, man. If Markstrom does what he did in the playoffs, this is a scary, scary hockey club.
Yeah.
And they've proven before they can go on a run as an 8 seed. So just get in. That was also
Man,
fun.
I'm getting so hyped up for this Canadian
I know.
division. Just thinking about all these matchups here.
Just play hockey.
Yeah.
Like, just have home hockey. Like, let's get this going here.
I know.